What is up, guys? Stomper here, giving you a gameplay on 64 Domination on Hainan Resort. Now, this isn't necessarily a, I guess, official way to play it, but somehow a guy glitched it, and I am very thankful for it. I have fun on Conquest, and I have some fun on Domination, but until I played 64 Domination, it was absolutely insane. The best way to describe it is crazy, you know. You're always on your toes, you always got to keep moving, because on 64 Conquest the maps are so big that, you know, it fits 64 players. Well, in Domination, not so much. I mean, it's so condensed that when they spawn literally 10 at a time. You aren't ready for that. So, you know, you literally have to hold back and pick them off, you know. If you're a running gun player, then good luck. Maybe you can pull it off, but it's more of a flanks than anything, because, I mean, you might take off one or two guys, maybe, but then after that, the third dude or the other 10 guys will take you out. So literally on this map, I had to stay back with the M16, you know, pick them off one by one and earn my kills that way. I didn't capture much flags because I actually wanted to have them have one. If that makes sense. On Domination, how it works is, if you want to win, and this is why I don't really like Domination, but if you want to win, you gotta have them have a flag. So right now they have Bravo. So what we're doing now is controlling the spawn from there. So if they're all coming from, if they have Bravo captured, they're gonna all be coming from Bravo. Well, if we rush them, take Bravo, and clear them out, well, they're gonna spawn somewhere else, which means they're gonna take another flag, and then, you know, basically a lot of running and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Unfortunately, a lot of blueberries don't know how Domination works, so that's what we had to do. It doesn't really bother me. Reason being is because, you know, like I said, it's fast paced. They're gonna switch around anyways. You know, 10 versus 10, it's controllable, absolutely. But on a 32 versus 32, it's not, because you always have people rushing and just going at it. And that's what happened here. It was just completely insane, and that's why I love it. You know, I've never got off work and looked forward to playing Battlefield until recently because of this. This makes me want, this is why I love Battlefield. Unfortunately, the guy's server I went on to play this is currently down. I don't know if his subscription ended or DICE finally found out about it, but if anyone from DICE sees this, I'd really appreciate if you let it come back, because it wasn't lagging. The only problem was it wasn't a Euro server, so I know a lot of Europeans are going to get pissed off at me for it, but, you know, the only way for me to play this is if I go on a Euro server, and that's exactly what I had to do, and I am not ashamed of it. The only problem with that is, you know, the first two games I played, the latency on it was bad. If you guys don't know what latency is, it's basically when you're like wondering how the fuck did that guy shoot you from a wall. Well, it's because there's a latency to it. For instance, on this particular map, another time I played it, it was so bad that a guy shot at me, I killed him, ran 5 feet away from the guy, past a wall. Mind you, he's dead. I'm dead from him. That's how bad it was. So, literally on that game, I had to hold back, you know, because literally I had to pick him off from a distance. Otherwise, you know, they're just gonna kill you, because, you know, they're literally had the advantage over me. So that was the best way for me to take that game, and then slowly but surely it got better. I don't know if I just adapted to it more, but to me it did get better. I recorded 3 or 4 games of this. One Dawnbreaker, obviously Hainan Resort, Hainan sounds better. Hainan Resort, Dawnbreaker, Zavad 311 was absolutely insane, by the way. I think I have Flood Zone. I'll post Flood Zone. Flood Zone is definitely nuts. That was the craziest one I did play. Reason being is because on 64 Conquest, how I play is I'll pick them off one by one on Bravo. I'll go left side. That's like the best way to put it though right now, sorry. I should do directions north, south, east, west, but I would go through the left side of Bravo, looking at Charlie, and I'd pick them off from there, run downstairs, pick them off from the mid, and then pick them off from the right side, and then move in. And usually I have someone helping me, so literally my tactics on that map are guerrilla. That's the best way to explain it. Well, on 64 Dom, the problem with that is I had to change my tactics, like as a whole, because it was just so nuts, because every time I'd run, you know, up these stairs or around these stairs, or how I usually do, there's always 3 or 4 guys sitting there, you know, getting attacked. So I literally couldn't run the way I used to. And I literally had to, like, you know, sit in the redeployment thing or the menus and think like, how am I going to take this? And that's kind of what you have to do to this. You have to, before you play, you like sit down and understand like how you're going to run this, what you're going to do, and what exactly you can do to survive, because this is survival. This is like team deathmatch, but you know, a little bit more controllable. Personally, I don't play team deathmatch, but like I said, this is just nuts, and that's what I had to do. You know, on Hainan Resort, right before I deployed, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna take this? And then, you know, I thought about it, and I said, okay, well, you know what? I'll run with my squad. We all decided to run together, you know, like we usually do. So I shouldn't even said that, but we decided to run together, and you know, if they die, I redeploy, or I pick them up, and so on and so forth. Not so much on here because you know we're all just doing so well, and fortunately, the guys we were going against weren't so good. So we just picked them off one by one. But you know, when we did go against great squads, you know, I know the guys from AM were in there before Iron. TAO, I believe, joined in as well on the other team. And I'd rather go against great players than, you know, people that aren't very good at Battlefield. Reason being is because, you know, it's always fun pub stopping all the time, but at the end of the day, how are you going to pick as a Battlefield player if you always go against scrubs, you know? And I'd rather go against players that are actually very good at the game and learn from them and better myself as a Battlefield player because of that. Anyways, that's a wrap of this gameplay. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe. Like I said, I am posting all the 64 DOMs that I recorded. I had time to even play because we would do a double round on each, or double play on each map. So I didn't get to play as much as I would like to. Anyways, that is a wrap for me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys later.